Pandas. Good morning, pandas. Welcome to the stream. I'm Bye Money, and welcome as you guys are rolling in. Let me say good morning to those who are in the chat. Good morning, Jeffrey. Good morning, Icky. From Asheville, North Carolina, and Chicago. Couple Chicagoans here. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing amazing this morning. Glad that you can join us early this morning as we prepare for the market here. Good morning, guys. Make sure you guys fill out that poll. Let me know what kind of day you think it might be today. Pretty even across currently with 8 votes. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Phil W. Good morning, good morning. SW Blaze. Good morning, pandas. Welcome to the stream. My faithful pandas. As you guys are rolling in, good morning, Bill Jesso. It's good to see these familiar names again. As you guys are rolling in, let me go over yesterday's chart. Let's see what were some of the good setups yesterday. I posted it on the on YouTube as a post. And I took this to like a pullback, higher low setup, and the trend was so strong to me. It was such a strong uptrend that when it finally broke below the 20 EMA, I felt like it would have another push up, at least to make some sort of double top. And it ended up making a lower high double top. It didn't quite break the previous high, so there was no like real reversal trade I was looking for. I mean, if there was a reversal trade, it just didn't happen at the right spot. And so like here is a reversal trap, but it needs to happen below the 20 EMA. And so, you know, I didn't take that trade. But this setup here I took and I posted it. Unfortunately, the runner got stopped out with just a big red or bear bar here. But had a nice, you know, could have got 2 points out of this. Just 2 points, but scalped out with 1 point there with a runner. And that's a higher low setup. So as you can see, it's a dark green 2 here by the indicator showing us that it's a second entry. How's it a second entry? Well, A, B, C. You got 2 pushes down, and then you have a nice signal bar, and it will break above the 20 EMA. Bottom of the trading range, as you guys can see, the trading range indicator is marking the trading range down here. And so I thought that once it broke the 20 EMA, it would have one more push up just because the trend was so strong. I thought the bulls would want to attempt to make one more push up here. I mean, typically you look for a break of the, you know, the extreme before the break of trend, which is right here. But we didn't break it. You know, in fact, it just reversed before it even got there. It finally broke below the trading range. Other than that, there were a bunch of 2-legged pullbacks just on the strong uptrend. I'll go over from market open how many 2-legged pullbacks were successful for a point. You have market open right here with the trap. Opens right with the trap here. And this L4 actually does give you a point. But it's so strong that I skipped that during the stream. You do have a 2-legged pullback here, and it's so easy to see with the indicator. You just see that's a dark green 2. So dark green 2 right here. Successful for a 2-legged pullback, or successful for a scalp, right? So actually, if you think about it, no, actually you have your stop loss down here. And so if it breaks above here, your stop loss is below here. This is the signal bar. And so, or not really the signal bar, but it's the pivot low of this downtrend. So that's the pivot low. And enough to make a point. You know, you're able, even though it does push down like this, you're able to make a point because this doesn't break where your stop loss would be over here. So that's one successful. Another successful one right here. I'm going to look at every 2-legged pullback on the long side. Another successful one. And it's so easy to see with the indicator. just have to find dark green 2s. But just in case you guys are wondering, A, B, C, 2-legged pullback, 2 legs move down, and then finally the reversal. We like to enter that second entry. We like to enter right here. So far, all of these second entries have been successful. Another one successful for a scalp. Another one successful for a scalp. Another one successful for a scalp. This is all going long. Another one successful for a scalp. Another one successful for a scalp. Another one successful for a scalp. Here is the first one that actually traps you out. Another one for a successful scalp right here. Every second entry long yesterday, except for one, was successful for a scalp. Even though when we started breaking down like this, when we broke the trend, every second entry long was successful for a scalp, other than this one here that trapped. And it's, for that one, it's a little tricky because you have this outside bar reversal, breaks down and then reverses, and so technically, actually, it gives you a perfect scalp if you were able to go into the outside bar reversal right here, because it breaks down first and goes up to the upside. So yesterday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 out of the 11 second entry longs were successful for a scalp plus more. The only problem is we don't know that until after the chart is done. But on a strong uptrend, typically second entries are very strong going long, like with trend. Now, from all of these second entries, which ones would I actually take? Well, basic criteria: good signal bar, right, and on a key area. This one, signal bar, is terrible, but it's off the key area, off the 20 EMA. This one is a terrible signal bar with some chop, but close to 20 EMA, but doesn't quite touch it, so I'll skip that. Also skip this one because it didn't touch, plus a bunch of chop here. Again, chop here, but signal bar, this one's a little tricky because it actually breaks above and breaks below. So it doesn't break below again, but your signal bar actually would be right here. So that actually might stop you out. This one's a little trickier because it looks like it's successful because unless you look at the bar very closely, you can tell it breaks up and then breaks below. So it could stop you out, but that that risk right there is less than 1 point, and so in my mind, I would at least have a 2-point stop loss. I would not have this teeny stop loss here because the probabilities are so low to make that point. Again, terrible signal bar, but off the 20 EMA. So, I mean, most of these I would probably not even take, but if you consider how strong of an uptrend we've been in, and I guess the question is, when do we know we're in a strong uptrend? Like, when do we know we're just always in long? When do we know that we should just take the second entries if it's not even touching the 20 EMA? When would we start knowing that? I think the 5-minute does help us with that. Right? When the 5-minute first 2 bars look like this on the 5-minute, or first 3 bars, you can kind of get a sense of the feel of the trend. Al Brooks will say he just needs the first 3 bars to know what kind of day it's going to be on the 5-minute. So you have 1, 2, 3 strong bull bars ending near their high, first small pullback, and another and more follow through. And so when you have this small pullback with follow through, then you're thinking potentially bull trend day today. And so maybe around here you have consider, okay, we're always in long. Maybe after a couple of these bars here, you might consider always in long. So that's why I like the 5-minute as well. It helps us with that, kind of get a sense of what it's going to be. Even though I didn't know that and I saw that, I still didn't take a lot of these I didn't take almost any of these second entries here because I wanted more criteria to be hit for me personally. So I actually skipped all these. The only one I took was this higher low here, and that was a nice scalp. It wasn't much, but it was good enough to make a point for me. And so, it is what it is, and it's fine. But that's for me. So I skipped basically all of these. But maybe, that's where I'm learning and I'm getting better. Maybe next time if I see such a strong bull push, try to look at the 10K chart, how it looked like. the 10K chart market open looked like this. Pretty strong uptrend. Oh, in a second. Is this right? Sorry, 10K looked like this. Pretty good with a trap here. Something amazing actually happened. I actually did get stopped out here because I saw 3 traps up, and I took this short here off the top of the trading range with a pretty good signal bar. I took this short here, and oh yeah, this was another trade I took. So this is a 10K chart. I took this short here, and I got stopped out. So it was like a 2-point stop loss, and so I lost. What is that? 4 contracts. I lost like $300 some dollars, maybe something like that. No, actually maybe around 200, 400, around maybe $500 I lost on this trade. I tried to go short here, so I took that stop loss because I was like, okay, I'll just take it. I'll take my 500, my 2.5 points. But then I saw this signal bar, and I actually swung this down for a couple points, and so actually it was pretty much break even after this trade. I made like maybe $200. I made $700 off this trade, and so I lost here. I actually tried to go short here, and actually reversed and stopped me out. And then this trap here made less than a point, and so I actually took this one as well. So I took this one, and the reason why I took this one here is because I just saw 3 traps up, and for me on the 10K chart to have 4 traps in a row go to the upside, it's just so rare. I just thought maybe that after the 3rd trap we have a good setup here, but I saw the trading range starting to form here, and with the trading range indicator, of course, but I probably wouldn't have that detect the trading range unless the trading range indicator was here. But because of that, I saw this really strong bear bar, and I decided to short there, and I swung it. I could have swung it for more, but I had my stop, I had my limit. My target was like right here. This is actually where the indicator was identifying as a range before it adjusted itself with these couple bars here, but it missed it by 1 tick, and so I kind of just skunked it around here and made 700. So I came out like plus like 150, $200 off this stop loss here, and then I just took the very next one and swung it down, tried to swing it down to the bottom trading range. Now if I had did a swing trade, I would have my stop loss up here, and I actually would have stayed in this trade. I would have walked away from my computer and just stayed in this trade until I hit my target, which would probably be the bottom trading range here. But for me, that 1 tick was not worth it, and I just wanted to get out, and this would have been hours, about 2 hours of waiting just to get that 1 extra tick, maybe an extra couple $100. For me, it was not worth. So I skipped that, or I just skunked it, quote unquote skunked it, but I skunked it with some profit. All right, it's 9:15. That's enough for yesterday's trade review. Let's look at the pre-market analysis here. Gonna get rid of some of these pictures. Hey, let me know in the chat if my charts look okay. Let me say good morning to some of my pandas who are joining up. And now, Incognito Games, good morning from Spain. Zeb, good morning. Kimbo, Hasbo, good morning. Embonic, good morning from Minnesota. FZ from Mexico, moving from way North America to the south of North America. Kellyanne, good morning from Jersey. Good morning, pandas. I actually recently learned that some schools teach, not in the United States, but some countries I think teach that North and South America is actually one continent. I've only heard, I don't know hey, let me know in the chat if any of you guys were taught that North and South America is actually only one continent. So here, you're actually looking for more downtrend trades here. I mean, you have this trap trade here happened like what, 5 in the morning, right? This reversal, this trap off the 20 MA, reversal trade. I mean, you can count it like this. It's a little difficult and kind of hard to see at the time if it was live, but you have this breakout trend looking for a new high. New high doesn't happen until finally here. Right, you have this breakout trend finally. It goes pretty low and then finally makes a new high, breaks this previous high, and now we get the major trend reversal right here. We get the trap trade, right? Instead of going long with a good signal bar, traps, reverses, and actually gives you a nice nice swing down here. But it happens 5 in the morning. If I had an auto trader, I might have considered turning it on to see maybe if I can catch that. But I have not created an auto trader that looks for major trend reversals. I might start doing that. I might create an auto trader, but I would have to base it off the 20 EMA, because making a automated strategy that uses trend lines is very difficult, because you have to create an entire algorithm to create accurate trend lines, and it's actually pretty difficult to do. I mean, it's pretty difficult to do, in my opinion, to make actual like trend lines that you would feel confident in, so confident that you allow the computer trade. I mean, obviously, I think you know, there are big institutions that do have software that does do that really well, but I personally think institutions are using AI to trade. I mean, I'm actually high degree of certainty that there are institutions using AI that's basically had trained itself from, you know, years, almost a century, you know, of data, and using that and learning from that and now applying it to today's market. I'm pretty sure there are there's AIs out there that do that. I mean, it's probably very expensive AIs, but I'm pretty certain there are AIs out there that are doing that. All right, regardless. So, like I said, this is a major trend reversal. We got a trap here, two-legged pullback, and fails. A, B, C. Makes less than a point and traps and reverses. And this reversal is a nice swing, and we're below the 20 MA. Now we're kind of strong up here, right, pushing with multiple bull bars in a row. And we can be in ourselves a trading range here. Let me see the 10K chart. 10K chart actually breaks the trading range with the strong bull bar here. But we're back into this trading range back here. I might have to manually draw this one. I'm probably gonna manually draw this trading range here. And if I were to draw it, probably something along the lines of this, something like this. Bouncing out the bottom of the trading range. This move might be done now. A little hard to say. I'm thinking, you know, maybe trading range today. But pre-market analysis, we're just basically within this. We had a big move up, making new all-time highs, coming back down, and we're between, you know, the low here and here. So right now we're just trading between these, and with that much information, all I can see currently is trading range, but honestly, I'm not exactly sure. Not exactly sure, but from what I see, it looks like a trading range. I mean, you look at the strong bear trend right here, and you're thinking if that's all you saw, you might think downtrend, right? This is simply downtrend. But with the most recent leg right here, plus the fact if we look to the left of the chart, we see that we have a lot of price action here. It could start to develop some trading range, right? We're just coming back into all of this price action, right back into it. Also, there's something that Al Brooks says that whenever you have a ledge like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 touches, right? This is a micro oct bottom. When you have something like this that happens with touches exactly in the same spot, it's an important spot. This is an important spot for our institutions. Like, the price action is telling us with 100% certainty that this spot here is important for institutions. Now, since this spot is important for institutions, typically, even when we have a huge move up like this, we most likely will come back down to test this and even break below it. It might take a long time, but we most likely will come back to this spot because the institutions are obviously finding interest in this spot. There's no way, right? Otherwise, it wouldn't move like this. There's no way that can happen by retail trading. That's only institutional trading can only move the markets like that. And Yeah, so most likely, according to Albrooks, we're gonna come test this spot and most likely break below it. Not saying we're gonna like have a breakout below it, but most likely gonna touch it and break this level, and who knows what's gonna happen there. But that being said, we might have another leg down, another push down. That's all I'm saying. Good morning, guys. Good morning, pandas. As you guys are rolling, I finished my morning market review. Let me tell you what kind of day I think it's gonna be. Make sure, hey guys, as you guys are rolling in, make sure you guys fill out that poll. Let me know what kind of day you think it might be today. Also, make sure you hit that like button as you guys are rolling in. Give me a good morning, good evenings in the chat so I can know where you guys are from. Hester K, good morning from California. Barack Khan, good morning from Vienna. Richard Belmont from Colombia. Morning. Vamos, baby. Jerry is awake. Good morning, AG Trader. Good morning from Jumandi. Lol, good morning from Colombia. Welcome to the stream, pandas. Glad that you guys can join us. Let's take a look at the higher time frame here. The 10K chart, I like the 10K chart right now because for me, the 10K is creating a major trend reversal. Let's get rid of these older lines here. I had the measure move here. That was smashed. I don't know if you guys remember in the stream, like I said, since that measure move got destroyed, I knew we had another leg up. I knew that we had more room out. The measure leg was basically right here, this measure move. On stream, I took this measure move and I measured it like this, and I had it around here. The moment we broke above it, like this, like 2 or 3 points above it, I knew we had more room up. I just could not find the good setups. I just did not like these second entries here. It's not close enough to 20 May. Like I said, I just need the criteria to be hit. So when measure moves are disrespected, just know that most likely we'll just continue to break through it. So I like the 10K chart because we actually have a measure our moving average gap here. A moving average gap is strong push up, and then we have a minor reversal, and the minor reversal was strong enough where we actually were able to make a space between the high of the candle and the moving average. So this is called a moving average gap. When you break below it and you have this gap, showing us that the bears, right, are in town. There's presence of bears here enough to make this super strong uptrend break below the 20 EMA so far that we're able to make a gap here, and this push up here is what we would call typically a final flag, right? This is a final flag, and it's a two-legged pullback, but it's typically the final flag of a strong uptrend when you have this kind of break of trend like that, or break of the moving average. It is a break of trend as well, but so far down that it was able to make a gap here. So that's why I'm kind of interested in the 10K chart, thinking that we may have some sort of reversal here. But there's usually two options when you have these kind of final. I mean, there's obviously always three options, right? Either goes up, stays there, like trading range, or breaks down. But in my opinion, if this is a final flag, either we're going to start to transform into trading range, where anything can happen, 50-50, or we have a reversal here. So that's why I'm interested in the 10K chart right now. Right, this is a strong push-up, exhaustive move after a break of the 20 EMA. So typically it's where we find some sort of major trend reversal. That's why I'm looking closely. I'll be looking closely at the 10K chart here. That pattern looks really nice on the 10K chart. And this is like the 5 minute. This is why I don't trade the 5 minute on the Globex, because it looks like this. Right, you have like candles that are not even 1 point. 1 point large, like half a point large, right? Multiple. So like the volume's just too low in the Globex to trade the 5 minute, in my opinion. There might be a better time frame to trade in the Globex for time charts, but the 5 minute is not it. As we get closer and closer to market open, we got about 5 more minutes. I'm gonna end the poll here. Most of you guys think it's gonna trading range day today. Now let's switch to daily here, pandas. What do we got here? We have this all-time high. Very, very interesting. I mean, every time we have an all-time high, typically we have some sort of consolidation. So new all-time, right? We had an all-time high here, consolidation. all-time here, but this one does have some choppiness where you have very small bars, very small ranges, but does actually end up breaking higher. All-time high here, when it makes a new all-time high, you have these couple, right, consolidation bars. And so we do have another new all-time high, right? Strong pullback and then all-time high. And with that all-time high, we can have some consolidation, some small bars. I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen here. I think also trading range day to day, just looking at the pre-market, seeing this kind of price action. But also, we have here potentially a major trend reversal on the 10K chart. So I am not forgetting about that. That's in the back of my mind. And we're about to start here. Hey, pandas, you guys are rolling in. I'm Bob by Money. Welcome to the stream. On this stream, we trade only one single instrument, the most liquidable, biggest market in the world, the emini futures, S&P futures, where every single point is $50 per contract. And on this stream, we trade pure price action. In fact, we trade the best setup possible, the two-legged pullback. It's a setup that looks like this, 2 pushes down or 2 pushes up. If you'd like more information about this setup, you can look at the description, their playlist, going over the details about the setup. But we like to find the setup in key areas such as moving averages, trend lines, channels. So for instance, if we have this pattern here, two-legged pullback right here, 2 pushes down, and then the reversal, very strong swing trade here. So we like to find this in those key areas. Also, we trade pure price action. I don't have any momentum indicators. The only indicators I have help with price action. I have the 20 MA, 240 SMA, and all these numbers above and below. Automatically, it's an indicator that automatically counts all legs for us, and also identifies second entries. And so these dark green numbers are second entry longs. These dark red numbers are second entry shorts. And so when you see on the right of the chart, the indicator will tell us with the super signal what kind of, not only the leg count, but also what type of leg it is by the color code. Right now it's a pink color or light red color. So this means it's a first entry if it's to reverse. If it's a dark red number, that means the next reversal will be the second entry. And notice the diamond is always in the place where you should place your stop loss entry or your stop entry, which is 1 tick below the signal bar. Currently this is the signal bar. When this bar completes, this diamond most likely will shift 1 tick below this bar. Depends, if it breaks below now, then it's going to move to the top because the reversal just happened. So it helps us so we don't have to focus on counting legs. We know exactly what leg count we're on and if it's a second entry or not. Also identifies traps. If you'd like more information about the two-legged pullback indicator, you can check out the official website, www.twoleggedpullback.com. That's it for the introduction, pandas. Let's go, baby. Let's find those best setups. Let's find the best setups possible. Let's find those two-legged pullbacks. I'm excited for today. Are you guys excited? Hope you guys are excited as I am. Xiao Xuan says, good morning from Singapore. Get a lot of people from Singapore. Frank, let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Market just opened. Looking at the 10K chart, we got ourselves a two-legged pullback, a lower high setup here. Ooh, that's a little tricky. Okay, reversing. No setup yet. We could have another trap here, pandas, to go short. But trading range, anything can happen. We actually hit the bottom trading range. So the idea is we come back to the top of the trading range. Typically what does happen. Keeping a close eye on the 10K chart. I think we do have a setup here on the 10K chart. This signal bar is kind of big for me. If I were to enter this trade, I'll have to decrease my contract sizes to half. Because it's a little too large for my the amount I'm trading. My capital. No trades yet. It's a doji pretty much, a doji bar. Potential trap trade here to go short. Potential trap here. ABC. ABC is a trap, as we call these a Pikachu, right? With dark red in the magenta box. When there's a second entry with the magenta box, that means it's a Pikachu trade. If you want to know what Pikachu is, you can look in the description, and there's frequently asked questions describing what Pikachus are. Still looking at the 10K chart. I like the fact that we might keep pushing down, but I personally want a trap trade here to go short. It's going to be highly unlikely on the 10K chart to get a trap trade. But if it does happen, I will be taking it to go short. A lot has to happen here. We have to have an A, B, C pattern, trap, and then go short. That's my setup I'm looking for. I don't know if it's going to happen, pandas, but that would be the choice setup if we can get it, but I don't know if that's going to happen. That's a lot of price action that needs to happen. That has not yet happened yet. It's going to look something like this. The trap does trigger here. Trap does trigger here. Very interesting. Two-legged pullback, but not interested right below the 20 MA. Not interested in this two-legged pullback at all. Five-minute showing some confusion currently. I mean, it looks like we're in a downtrend, pandas. It just looks like it's struggling to stay above the 20 MA. It looks like we might have another push down. Back to the 240 SMA on the 2K chart. Remember, I had this key area, which I'm thinking the market will want to test sooner or later. It wants to test it because it's a key area. That trap, wow, man. That is very tempting to take that trap right there. Very tempting to take this pseudo trap second entry. Very tempting for me. But like I said, I want the 10K trap trade here. Not to go long, but to go short. Not to go long, but to go short here. Good thing I didn't take that trade. It's currently a trap. I'd be sweating right now. Man, oh man. Looks like it's going to make a point now. Very tricky. It's too much noise here. Market has opened. Ooh, ooh. I want a trap trade. If you can give me, I mean, this is a lower high second entry, which is also a good setup. I personally want the trap trade to get the best setup possible here. But this is a two-legged move, right? A, B, C, reversal. It is a second entry, lower high, but terrible signal bar, right? Like, I might have considered that, but this is terrible signal bar, and it's also kind of too far down. I wish it was up here where I have room to the 20 MA. Right now, since we're in this area, I'm actually looking for a trap trade to the short side. I'm actually not looking for this. I'm actually looking to go short because we have a major trend reversal. 1 second, pandas. I'll be right back. Sorry, pandas. Had some inspectors come in real quick. Did not think they would come right now, but pandas, I'm back. Sorry about that. What did I miss? What did I miss? Potential trap trade. Potential trap trade here. Already makes a point going down, which I was considering that, but man, after a terrible signal bar like this, that's a nice bar. You're thinking it's going to make a point now after a solid bull bar like this. But for those who have forgotten, we have major trend reversal setting up here, pandas. So we're actually looking for opportunity to go short here. Also, breakup trend, you're looking for a new low. Bouncing off the 240 SMA perfectly. If something bounces off something bounces off support perfectly, you gotta be careful. You have to take consideration. If we're bouncing perfectly off of support like this, you have to respect that. You have to think that we're gonna keep going up. When the 240 SMAs hit perfectly like this, you have to consider that. But breakup trend, and the only way we would like to go long now at this point is if we have a new low. But if we break above this pivot high, then the reversal could already be happening here. Little tricky in my opinion. I'm gonna take this trap trade. If it traps to the short side, I'm gonna take it. I'm taking this. I couldn't remember. I mentioned this trade a while back. This setup. But if it hits the zeros here, or sorry, if it hits the 75s, trap is gone. It missed it by one tick. Very good trigger bar, right? This is the entry bar. This is the signal bar. This is the entry bar. The entry bar is very strong, making you think it's going to make a point. A lot of traders probably going long right here off this candle, but failed to recognize to the left we're in a trading range, right? The trading range indicator will help us have seen that immediately, right? Trading range indicator. Trading range indicator, Pikachu setup. Potential Pikachu, 10K Pikachu here. I'm liking this trade. If it triggers, I'm going to go short. A, B, C. Tries to go long. And potential trap right now. After break of trend with a gap. Nothing yet. Gotta let this candle finish. You can still make a point. I'm still thinking it wants to come to this line here sooner or later, sometime today. 5 minute app showing absolute confusion here. One, two, three. Priming up my order, about 2,000 more ticks. Just waiting here, pandas, just waiting. Waiting. 10K Pikachu, major trend reversal. Oh, I'm just thinking if I should try to get 2 points out of this if it does trigger. I'm thinking 2 points. The setup does happen. 2 points on the core of my position. Keep my runner. Wow, that's a lot of price action that's happened that I predicted a while back. I anticipated this. The moment the market opened, I anticipated this. So wait till the candle to finish. Waiting for the candle to finish. Getting close. Woo! Gotta time this. Timing this. I'm gonna put the 20 when it hits 20 ticks. I'm putting here. Oh, pandas. I'm gonna try to get 2. I'm gonna try to get 2 points. Come to Papa. I'm gonna try to get 2 points here. Oh. Wow. What's happening here? Oh, that's not what I want to see. That is not what I want to see. Look at the 2K chart. See something's happening here. 2K chart's actually looking strong. Bounce off the 240 SMA. 2-legged pullback does trigger here. Terrible signal bar, so not entering that. That's really terrible. But the 2K chart might have some opportunity here, but ooh, bulls are sweating. I'm keeping my setup here, looking for 2 points. Looking for 2 points, and I'm trying to keep my runner as long as I can. This looks choppy. Choppy. Looking for the trap trade down here. It's getting close. Let's see if we get this trap trade, Pandas. This is 10K chart. $10K is staying above the 20 EMA now. I might not get this trap. I was looking for the setup, but I don't think it's going to happen, Pandas. It really doesn't look like it's going to happen, right? The balance of the 204 SMA might be too strong here, and it might just be an uptrend at this point. When you have a bounce off like this, off a support, you have to respect it. Pandas, we lost our setup. I thought we had the major trend reversal here. Did not happen though. Unfortunately, it's okay, Pandas. Every candle gives us new information. That's the beauty of price action, right? We use every candle for new information here. We lost the setup that we wanted. We wanted the trap trade here, but did not get it. I mean, if this creates a big wick, I may be interested still, because it's kind of like a failed second entry still. With a big wick, might be interested actually. I'm interested again. Alright, I'm taking this trade. If it happens, if it comes, reverses all the way back down here, something's happening. Failed breakout at the moment, creating a large wick. I'd like the wick to be larger than that. Big bear bar down, big bull bar up. Completely negating this again. Absolutely incredible. Very, very confusing. Very confusing, Pandas. Thoughts and prayers to anyone who is trading any of this on the 2K chart. That's why I like the 10K chart. No setup actually happened. Too choppy on the 2K chart, in my opinion. I have this blue box. I'm gonna actually move my blue box like this, because we actually have touches here. Right, this touch here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? If we count these, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 touches on this bottom line here. Readjusting it to here, the blue box. We can try to trade this range. If we come back to the top of this range, we can try to go short, but this is incredible. Still maybe fail breakout. Big wick being created here. Let's look at the 5 minute. 5 minutes also very confused. The wick is pretty big, but I don't know. It's funny, on days like this, typically every single second entry on the 10K chart does make a point. Right, this second entry makes a point, this second entry makes a point. I mean, it's ugly, but it does make a point. But choppy days, the 10K actually makes a lot of points, almost on every two-legged pullback. We have a we actually have an L4 setup here, pandas. 4 pushes up with the magenta box. I actually have an L4 setup, but look how choppy this is. Very difficult to trade, in my opinion. Very difficult to know what's happening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, just all overlapping bars here. The 5 minute still showing some massive confusion. Don't know what's happening. Hey pandas, those for rolling in. Make sure you hit that like button. Give me good mornings and good evenings in the chat if you're just joining. I still believe I'm the only person who trades live the two-legged pullback. This support might be very strong. I mean, bouncing off the 240 SMA like this, pretty strong. Like 3 strong bull bars off of that. That could set the tempo, but now looking at all this, I mean, in a sense, like, we're so choppy, like, I just don't think we're gonna get much higher. Like, I feel like every breakout's gonna be a failed breakout today. Just seeing how choppy this is right now. Like, this is like definition of chop. Absolutely incredible. Trading range indicator is giving us a range from here to up here. Probably better to manually draw this one. I wouldn't trust. I mean, obviously it has potential to come up here, but drawing these manually is the best thing you can do. Especially on a super trading range day where you could produce many trading ranges. It's like trading range indicators might get confused. I mean, I can't trade this. It is an L4 setup, but I cannot trade this. I'm actually looking to trade maybe this second. This still, I might still trade this just because I've seen so many days like this, and almost every single second entry typically makes a point. It just happens. It's weird on the 10K chart. I might actually take this short here. Still looking for some sort of major trend reversal, even though it's not a trap trade. I mean, you can say it's not a trap trade because Marcus Gross, my man, just becoming a panda. Thank you for becoming a panda. Thank you for your support. I do this absolutely for free, but when you become a panda, that does help me with my morning coffee. So I do appreciate the donation of my coffee, my daily coffee. Marcus Gross, welcome to the panda family, panda fam. Enjoy your emoticons. Enjoy your two-legged pullback badge as it forms over time. Enjoy priority responding to your questions and comments. Thank you for becoming a panda. Thank you for your support. Absolutely choppy here. Hey, pandas. Give Marcus Gross a warm panda welcome. This is untradeable. This is not tradable. This is not tradable price action. Absolutely disgusting. The 5 minute. The 5 minute actually looks bullish. When I look at this, I'm like, this 5 minute looks kind of bullish actually to me. 3 bull bars in a row. Bouncing off the 20 EMA like that. Brandon Jones, thanks for becoming a panda. I believe you might have stopped and came back. So Brandon Jones, thanks for becoming a panda again. I can see that your two-legged pullback badge has formed over a couple months. The second entry has not triggered yet. We have no second entries yet on anyone's two-legged pullback badge. We only have the 2 pullbacks. Brandon Jones, thanks for subscribing once again. Do appreciate your support. The community here is the best. I feel the love. I feel the love. Thanks, pandas. We do have a trap trade going to the long side, but super choppy still. But when you look at this, it's choppy but going upwards. Still not feeling very confident. The only real big thing that I have is bounce off 240 SMA perfectly. Not only that, staying above the 20 EMA right now. But all the bars are overlapping. Very difficult to trade. There is a characteristically different overlap from here, this choppiness, even though it's going upwards, compared to, let's look at yesterday's. Compared to yesterday's chop, which, where are you? Where's yesterday? Sorry about that. Yesterday's right here, where you do have choppy bars like this overlapping, but there's still space between all of these, you know, tails and wicks, you know, and it's the angle of it's going much higher, much faster, right? This is chop, right? Don't get me wrong, this is chop as well. But look at this chop, right? Not all chop are created equal compared to this chop. The chops look very different, and this chop is way choppier than that chop. So when we look at chop like this, where we're basically almost going sideways, but the bars are large. The bars are big down, big up, complete overlap. Right? Even though the wicks are not creating much space between the previous lows and highs. I'm liking this, pandas. I'm liking this short right here, pandas. I'm going to take this short. And the risk is not too bad. I'm taking this short, pandas. This short is just... I'm going to take the short, pandas. I'm in this trade. I could get stopped out here, pandas, but on days like this, the 10K just oftentimes make these scalps. I could get stopped out here though, pandas, easily. Maybe I should have gone a little smaller, thinking we're in chop and might scale in a little bit higher. But I just see these multiple failed breakouts, right? Like 1, 2, 3 failed breakouts to the upside. I'm thinking maybe we can make a point going down with these failed breakouts to the upside here. It's not going to be pretty, but I think we can make a point here. But we shall see, pandas. No problem. If we do lose this, plenty of two-legged pullbacks, plenty of setups, sometime during the day. This is the 10K chart, by the way. Not gonna lie, I don't like the look of this at the moment. Don't look at the look of it at all. You know, if you're going short, you don't want to see. That's disappointing. Very disappointing. Pandas, I might get hit here. That's all good, pandas. Typically these days, man, like the 10K just usually does make these points, but it just happens to be the one I enter in. It's going to trap me out. It looks like it's going to trap me out, pandas. Might have just been too eager to trade. But I like the failed breakouts here. I actually do like the failed breakouts, thinking we can go short here. It's going to stop me out. Pandas! Pandas! What is this? What is this nonsense? What's going on? I almost want to raise my stop loss. I'll take the hit. Honestly, if this was off stream, I would have raised my... I probably would try to scale in to go short. It's all good, Panda. $650 loss. Let's go, baby. Pandas! It's so painful! I just saw these failed breakdowns. 1, 2, 3, 4 failed breakouts to the upside. Thought I can make a point here on the 10K chart. It's all good, Pandas. It does stop me out because I put my stop loss 1 tick above here. Maybe I should have done a 4-point stop loss. 1, 2, 3, 4-point stop loss might have been better. But the moment I enter a trade, it would do that. It would do that. It hurts. Maybe I should consider not to go short against this bounce off the 240 SMA. We're still learning, Pandas. As long as we get better, right? As long as we get better. I learned a lesson today, Pandas. I feel like this is still going to make a point, though. I feel like that was just to stop me out, and it's going to make the point now. Unfortunately. But we'll take the hit. It's okay. We'll just keep our appropriate stop losses just to prevent further damage, let's say. Minimize damage. Oh, that's painful. Staying above the 20 MA, but in a very choppy manner. I don't feel confident it's going to stay much longer above the 20 MA. But 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 breakouts, failed breakouts. You know, you have to think maybe you can make a point here, especially with the major trend reversal. But too early to say. I don't regret anything, Pandas. No regrets. But if I do take another hit, probably have to stop trading for today. Almost want to re-enter here, Pandas. Am I full trying to re-enter here? Pandas. Pandas. Stops me out, comes right back down. Pandas, this is crazy. Pandas. Literally puts me in and stops me out perfectly. How does the market know? How does the market know? How does the market know? Almost want to re-enter this, but I don't want to because I will feel like a fool if I lose this again on stream. So I'm not going to enter this, but I typically would probably enter this again, seeing this failed breakout again. 1, 2, 3 failed breakouts. Maybe I should have kept my 4-point stop loss on that one. Pandas. This. Oh, it feels. It hurts. It hurts. Hey, man. Doesn't matter. At the end, it was a lost trade. Bad trade. It is what it is. Even if it makes a point now, it is what it is. Breaking below the 20 MA now on the 2K chart. 5 minutes, staying above the 20 MA. Absolute chop. You would think after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 failed breakouts to the upside, it might start to push down. At this point, you're considering to take this trap at this point to reverse that trade to go up higher. Another, if this failed breakout, if this makes another failed breakout, I'm gonna go short here. If this makes another failed breakout, I'm gonna go short. That's insane. Another failed breakout on the 10K chart. Micro double top this time. Breaks above it by 1 tick. This is a wedge. Another failed breakout, pandas. Pandas. I'm gonna try again to go short here. I'm gonna swing this a little bit here. This is a little too much for me. I gotta learn how to turn that system off. I don't want to cough into the mic. But that system noise is kind of annoying. I gotta learn how to turn it off. Another failed breakout, pandas. I mean, I feel like I have to go short. I might lose it again, but I feel like I have to go short if it failed breakout again like this. It's just in me. It just, I feel like I need to go short. It's too many failed breakouts and enough space here to make a point to the bottom trading range. That's insane though for those who went short again. It stops you out again and it's reversing. Absolutely incredible. Plus, it's an L4 setup at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4 pushes up. Absolutely incredible. What is going on, pandas? We hit the top of our trading range that we drew manually here. Get the 5-minute. Failed breakouts here on a 5-minute as well. I'm going to scalp this, pandas. If we have another failed breakout, I'm going to scalp it to go short. Too many failed breakouts. Just watching. Watching. Considering going short here, pandas. There's too many failed breakouts. I'm going to try attempt this here. If it gets me, it gets me. Might just sit on my pause. This might not be the time to trade right now. Pandas. Oh boy. I don't want a revenge trade here, to be honest. Don't want a revenge trade. But these failed breakouts, I have to consider this just to be chop. This is just absolutely insane. Chop me out. Market took my 650. Absolutely incredible. Nothing to do here, pandas. I was really thinking we're gonna get a point on that. But pandas, we'll get it. We'll get it next time. I personally want to take the next second entry again, just because I still believe that on days like this, the 10K typically does makes the 1 point scalp on the second entries. But this is just weird. So choppy. Even for the summer session, this is choppy. Potential trap trade here on the 5 minute, but definitely not interested. Clearly staying above the 20 EMA, but in a very choppy manner. It's absolutely incredible. Nothing to see here, folks. Pandas, I do want to actually take this short here. If we get a second entry short anytime after this, I'm actually interested just for the scalp. I might just scalp out my entire position. This is looking sketchy, right? Break of trend, new high, and multiple failed breakouts to the upside. But man, that is tricky. Gets me into position, stops me out, and then comes right back down. Right? I could at least come up break even. But absolutely incredible it did that. And then comes right back up, breaks it again. That's tricky. Ryan Shander says, I'm going back to bed. More profitable for my strategy, go back to bed at this point. Same for me. Let me say good morning to some of my pandas here. Jason, good morning. AG Trader asks, you used to trade NQ, what happened? Never traded NQ before. Brandon Jones says, you might be thinking trades by Matt. He might be. I believe he trades, he has the ES chart up, but I think mainly trades the NQ. A. Davis says, looks like about to fall. Kelly answers, thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. God answered my prayers. He said no. He said, you get stopped out. Ryan Shannon asks, what happened to the account balance blog? This is a new type of stream I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to show my dailies. And I'm going to just post, probably kind of like Trades by Matt, where he just posts his P&L for his stream, during his stream. I just feel like it's just less drama that way. Other than that, people will come to the stream and say, oh, hey, show me your account. Show me all your trades. Show me, give me proof. show all these, say all these kind of things, which I've already done in the past. It's just you can never please everybody. So I'm just gonna just take that variable out of this entire equation and just do my daily P&Ls. And so we'll work with that. Killian says, holding above EMA, take the hit, which I did. A micro double top here. Another failed breakout to the upside. Let's staying above the 20 EMA. This is nasty. This is disgusting, pandas. It always knows, yeah, Kelly. It always knows exactly where to stop you out. It always knows. Calvin Trader says, no worries, still the best live channel. Let's go, baby. Richard Sanders, another pin. Hey, I might not be winning in trading, but I'm definitely winning with the community here. Another new panda, Richard Sanders. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the panda family. Enjoy your green name. Enjoy your two-legged pullback badge as it forms over time. Enjoy your panda emoticons. Hey, panda. Give Richard Sanders a nice, warm panda welcome. Let's go, baby. Thanks for becoming a member. Thanks for the morning coffee donation. Do appreciate it. Peter Boswell says, do not gamble, just wait for high probable setups, and he is absolutely right. I mean, I think all you guys are absolutely correct. It's just untradeable right now. Untradeable. Look at this. Unless you scalped off the 20 EMA, just take out 1 point and off the 20 EMA and put a 2-point stop loss, so you have a 1 to 2 reward risk ratio. Killian says, dang, I took a walk and we're still doing this. Sheesh. Whew, this is crazy. This is insane. Sorry, pandas. I mean, the most exciting thing about this stream right now is we got 3 pandas joining the panda fam. And that's actually pretty exciting for me. Thanks, guys. But as it comes to trading, I took this short and I got bit and learned my lesson. So I'm just sitting on my paws, right? You lose some, you win some. Maybe got a little too eager right there. I just saw this. I saw this candle. I know it was a doji. I knew everything about it was not good. I still took it. It's all good, pandas. It's about, 3 scalps. We'll get back. We'll get it back. Breaking out to the upside here with the H4 setup. I'm not going to trust any breakouts today. I'm not going to trust this breakout. I do believe the market will come back to this level sometime. Possibly today. In my opinion, this level, 4475, will be hit today. I know it doesn't look like it will be at this moment, but I believe one day, or it's going to hit this sometime today. I believe. I could be wrong, but there's a high chance it will come back down here. In my opinion, 80% chance we actually will come back down here sometime today. In my opinion. In my very humble opinion. Which is just this level here, micro triple bottom on the 10K chart. I don't trust any breakouts today. Even though it looks like this and we're above the 20 minute, I do not trust any breakouts today. I might go into a lower high setup or a trap trade to the downside. That's what I'll be looking for at the moment because I do not trust any single breakout today. It's just way too choppy for a breakout to actually happen in my opinion. So I'm going to try to trade this range as best as possible. Kellyanne is right. We didn't make a new low yet. We broke this trend. We need to make a new low here. The trap does trigger, and it makes point on the 5-minute chart. Trap triggers up here. Actually still good because you have your stop loss here. You're actually good. Almost stops you out. Finally gives you your scalp up here. Takes forever. Let me go some over your chats as we still waiting for a setup here. John Lee asks, can I ask which software are you using for screen live stream? The most popular software used is OBS, and it's absolutely for free, and it's actually very powerful. We could look for some sort of measure move here, but man, it's just so congested. I don't trust any breakouts. I don't trust any breakouts right now. Like even this is so slow. It's actually torture. Just watching, pandas. Not much to see here, pandas. Moving along. Nothing to see here. I didn't make a negative $650 today. Don't see that. The only downside is about putting my daily P&Ls as my titles. You're probably gonna get a lot of negative, a lot of negative days. And the days I do win, it's not going to be that much. These failed breakout attempts is finally a successful breakout attempt. Let's see how long it's successful for. Ryan Schmidt says new high, bull trend. I don't know. I don't know, possibly, but I don't trust any breakouts right now. And this to me is clearly the trading range, in my opinion. But it's just too choppy for me. I cannot trade with this at the moment. Just watching, pandas. Sorry, there's no price action really trading here. I mean, other than the trade I thought would give us a little point, but the market is just too choppy. I got hit. Let's look at the 5-minute. The 5-minute trap to the upside, multiple hits on the 20 EMA actually looks a little bullish on the 5-minute chart. Very interesting. Let's see if there's follow through on this breakout bar. Currently no follow through. The 2K chart does break, makes its second entry short here. Maybe interested in a short on a failed second entry long or a lower high setup here. Maybe. In my opinion, it's just too choppy to really know what's going to happen here. Very difficult. Yeah, let me know if your charts look different than mine. Maybe I have to reload my historical. Pandas, call me crazy. I'm going to try to scalp right here. I know it sounds crazy, but I do not trust any breakouts today. I really think I can make a point here. On this L4 setup on the 10K chart. I'm going to attempt it again here, pandas. If I don't get it, then I don't get it. It is what it is. L4 setup, and I just do not trust these breakouts right now. It's an L4 setup on the 10K chart. Just watching. Five-minute making a wedge here. Just watching. Nothing really. Nothing really here. Still above the 20 MA. Lower high setup here. It is a spiking channel at the moment. It's an ugly spiking channel, but it is a spiking channel nevertheless. You can use that, maybe use this one. I'll be fine with either or. Spike, and when the spike is over, you know it's over after this bar. Then the channel starts to develop. Overall, just very sloppy price action, in my opinion. Kellyanne says, no shorts for me yet. I am looking for longs, and Kellyanne is a wise, wise woman. This is a pseudo trap trade to the long side. It's a perfect scalp. I'm not looking for longs because I think we're in trading range. We're going to be in trading range. And this chop, to me, I think we're going to come back into this chop, in my opinion. Even though we're in an uptrend at the moment, I still think we're going to come back into this chop, fading this breakout. Trying to fade breakouts today as much as possible. It's just so incredibly slow. It's torture. It's pure torture. I still kind of like this short here, pandas. I like this short here. Lower high setup. Signal bar is not the best. Again, overlapping bars. 3 overlapping bars. Pretty terrible price action. Signal bar is actually not bad to go short here. Fading this breakout. I still want to trade a 10K chart. When the 2K is that choppy, I typically like to trade a 10K chart. Because even though this looks kind of like choppy, but it's like a lot of the chop resolves itself in 1 bar, right? This is like 4 bars, but on 2K, that's like, you know, what, 20 some bars of overlap of just pure choppiness. I mean, we're clearly trying to go up higher. It's just, in general, it's hard to make money off stop orders today. Mostly limit orders being made, right? Just buying down here, selling up here. Failed breakout again, but complete overlapping bars. There must be some news today that we're waiting for. Hey John Lee, if you find a delay, like a really large delay, I would suggest to watch in 2x speed until you catch up. Make sure the live button is red. There should be like a live button on the play bar. I want to go short here, pandas. I'm sorry if this is like gonna make you angry. It is what it is. But I want to go short. I just do not feel confident with any of these breakouts. Micro double top L4 setup on the 10K chart. I do not feel confident with any of these breakouts, thinking that all the breakouts are gonna fail today. So I'm gonna try to go short here, pandas. If it stops me out again, it is what it is. But in my mind, the 10K chart typically is pretty, you know, the second entries are pretty decent. They do happen very often on days like this. So I'm gonna hope it's the same thing as all the other days. We do have a trap here, but hopefully these others don't trap. Waiting for this candle to finish before placing my order in. I'm gonna try to time this perfectly here. Thinking fail breakout, fading this breakout with the L4 setup on the 10K chart. Something very odd is happening. Very slow. Micro double top, failed breakouts. L4 setup, 10K chart. These are my reasonings here for this trade. I'm gonna try to scalp. I want to scalp 2 points, but if we're so choppy, I think I can only get away with 1. but we shall see. Doji being created here. Pretty bad signal bar. At the 20s, when it hits 20, I'm going to put it down. Waiting for the tick to hit 20. There it is. Alright, let's see if we get this, pandas. I'm going to try to get a scalp here. Thinking back to the bottom of this trading range. Thinking even maybe swing down here. We shall see. Potential L4 setup on the 5-minute. Look how choppy this looks. Goodness gracious. This could be a trap trade here on the 2K chart to go short, but needs this candle to finish, break above, and then reverse. Yeah, that breakout here, I don't trust that breakout. Look at the 2K chart, because it'd be a potential trap trade as well on the 2K chart. So I'm just watching. Hey pandas, if you guys just rolling in, make sure you hit that like button. Also on the stream, I trade pure price action. So on the charts, all you'll see, there's no momentum indicators, nothing like that. Everything on the chart helps with price action. And so if you see all these numbers above and below the candles, this is an indicator that counts all legs automatically and identifies second entries. As you can see here, this is actually a Pikachu setup to go long, right, with a dark green one inside a magenta box. It's too choppy for me. Terrible signal bar also. This breaks above and then reverses. That's a trap trade to go short. Reversing this, fading this trading range, fading this breakout. If you'd like more information about the indicator, you can go to the official website at www.twoleggedpullback.com. Yeah, then there's a free trial for those who want to just check it out, see how it is, see if it fits your trading style. Sorry, pandas, I'm grinding these beans. I really thought we were gonna get our automatic grinder yesterday, but it did not happen. So I'm still grinding these beans with my bare paws. Get it? Bare paws? My bare paws. Sorry if it's a little too loud. It's a little ASMR grinding action here. I'm actually gonna take this trap now. I was considering this trap instead of that second entry. To me, they're pretty much the same entry here. Trap and the 10K second entry. On the 10K chart, it looks like this. Just watching this, pandas. It makes a perfect scalp on the 50. So if it hits the 50 up here, then this trap is gone. I mean, at this point, it just looks like it's going to keep going up. Float its way up to the top. Very, very interesting. I mean, you're thinking with this much chop, you don't think it's going to have, like, a direction, but it's actually going upwards. Very interesting. This is a trap trade, but it's up here now. Not interested in the trap trade above the 20 MA. Maybe still interested in going short here, but I need to see this candle. I need to see how it finishes. So I can't even take this two-legged pullback. It's just too choppy. Can't even go long here. I do not feel confident at all to go long. Can't go long there, can't go short there. Just one of those days, pandas. I still want to go short on this 10K, two-legged pullback, micro, triple top. Thinking we're going to come back down to this level sometime today, in my opinion. Sorry, Pan, it's just one of those days. I mean, my only trade was that second entry short. I thought we're at the top of the trading range with multiple failed breakouts, and I thought we would be able to make a point, but failed to do so, and reversing ever since. So unfortunately, it is a minus 650 day today, but it's all good. Plenty of, wow, look at the 5-minute. Another ledge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hits all in one spot. That's a ledge. Very interesting. But notice how the 5-minute looks different than the 2K chart. 2K chart has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. Actually, it's both have 5 hits, I guess. Still looks very different. No trades here, Panda. Sorry. Yeah, something's weird. Something's going on today, Pandas. I don't know what it is, but that chop, that got me. It got me. Minus 650. Hey guys, make sure you guys subscribe and so you guys can see if I put posts on and any setups that I find during the day. I'll try to post them up. If it's possible, I would like to get into this trade to, before the stream ends, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Hey pandas, even though it's a minus 650 day on the stream, make sure you hit that like button. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. Hope you guys at least enjoying the fact that we're together through this chop. We can notice this is chop and we should just stay away from every trade, right? Even this two-legged pullback, stayed away from it. Just because it's so choppy, just don't know what's gonna happen here. Johnny says, any live streaming latency, 5 seconds. Every YouTube stream has latency. And I will highly recommend, if you look at the top left of your screen, it says trade at your own risk. Do not copy my trades. Do not copy pandas. Johnny, we like to keep you in the chat, but hey. We would not hesitate to block you. Do not copy my trades. I mean, if you copy my trades, you'd be making tons of negative money today. What a day. What a hour. What a opening hour in the session. One of the slowest days I've seen. I think I've seen slower days, but this is one of the slowest. One of the most choppiest. But hey pandas, if you want to know what a choppy day looks like, this is what it looks like. And if you want to know what happens when you trade in a choppy day, just look here. That's what happens when you try to trade in a choppy day. Bottom left of your screen, that's the outcome. Don't trade and chop. Alright pandas, unfortunately, gonna end with the negative 650 today, but it's all good. I will see you guys tomorrow, again, bright and early, and unfortunately just has the most choppiest day today, but pandas, regardless, this community is just amazing. It's a banger community, and I cannot tell you how privileged I am to be able to trade with you guys. Even though I suck at trading, I am a bear. How many bears do you know that trade? Actually, there's a lot of bears, I guess, that do trade. And in this market, losing tons of money because this market is just unstoppable. But pandas, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Trade safe, everybody. Notice that we're in chop. I would say sit on your hands until we're out of it, clearly. But other than that, as always, happy trading. God bless. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have an amazing day. See you later, pandas.